Hello, my friends. How are you? Today we are going to read an interesting book. When things are not going right, go left. It's written by, it's art by Peter H. Reynolds and words by Mark Colliga Vani. So let's get started. When things are not going right, go left. Word by Mark Colliga Vani. Art by Peter H. Reynolds, a scholastic Australian book. One day, for no particular reason, nothing was going right. Absolutely positive nothing was going right. So I decided to go left. The first thing I did, I left behind my worries. Yep, I left them right there on the ground. They looked up at me and wonderful and wondered, where are you going? But I just smiled and waved goodbye. Wait, wait, they hallooed. Come back. What will happen to us? I simply shrugged my shoulders. You will be fine. As I walked away, I thought, did I make the right choice? Should I go back and get them? Doubts crept in. So you know what I did. I left behind my doubts. Yep, I left them right there on the ground. They belonged. You are making a mistake. But I just gazed at the sky. They questioned, are you sure you are making the right decision? Absolutely, I declared. With my worries and doubts left behind, I could finally think clearly. I forged on until I came to a pool and a diving board. I remembered all too well. The last time I tried to dive off that diving board, I splattered on my back. Ouch! I remembered the pain and how scared I was. I started thinking maybe I should not try this again. So, you know what I did? I left behind my fears. I left them right there on the ground. They screamed, don't do it. I stood up straight, shoulders back, hands pressed above my hand. Stop, they cried, but I simply turned and gave them a work. I leaped, splat, on my back, on my back, once again. Off that stinks. I thought to myself, this is impossible. It can't be done. So, you know what I did? I left behind my frustration. Yep, I left them right there on the ground. They yelled, you can't do it. Again, I stood up straight, shoulders back, hands pressed above my head. They laughed. Give up already. I whispered to myself, no way, never I lived. Feet together, toes pointed, legs straight. Perfect, I did it. I started to realize the more I left I went, the more right I felt. So you know what I did? Yep, I going left. And before I know it, everything was going right. As I walked home, I glanced at the ground and I noticed something that I did not expect. My frustration were a lot smaller. My fears a lot quieter, my doubts a lot calmer, my worries practically gone. So I decided to pick them back up. And you know what? They feel lighter now, and they were not so hard to handle anymore. And I realized it was okay to have them with me so long as I kept an eye on them and made sure that they did not get too big or too loud or too overwhelming. But if they did, and I felt like nothing was going right again, then I simply go left. When life is a burden start to feel too heavy, don't be afraid to put them down for a while. Mark Colegavini. So we all have worries, fears, and frustration, but we also have a choice to carry them with us or to let them go. When things are not going right, sometimes we simply need to go left. If you liked my channel and its content, please give it a like. If you have not subscribed it, please subscribe my channel Art Fun Solution by Seema Tomar to give it a good support. Press the notification button for the future video. Till then, goodbye.